All right, everybody. That was a can of Coca-Cola. That's historically like a tradition that I drink a can of Coke every time I run this game. So this is Coca-Cola Kid for the Game Gear. It's a real game, not a parody, not unlicensed. This is an officially licensed game made by Sega in-house, um, and it's real weird and actually a lot of fun. So we'll just get started here. When I press start, it starts, so I'll just count down. Three, two, one, and go. So yeah, this is Coca-Cola Kid. So it stars a Coca-Cola mascot, a Japanese Coca-Cola mascot from the 90s. His name is Koki. I'm not making that up. That's real. So that's a real thing. His name is Koki, and his teacher was what's the word? Kidnapped by some ne'er-do-wells of some sort. And that was the first level, and that was a lot of. It was very chaotic. I'll explain why it was chaotic in a second. But yeah, so this is a Japanese Game Gear exclusive. So if you haven't heard of this game, that's the reason. And Koki is just going to sort of slide and kickflip his way through all the levels here. I don't actually want to do that. There we go. That was an extra life. That's pretty cool. And so yeah, I ran this at SGDQ 2021 with Gruntmeister. So long live the Game Gear is another thing I want to say, because the Game Gear is awesome, and there are good games. You just got to find them. Coca-Cola Kid becomes Pepsi Man as he gets older. He becomes disillusioned with the corporate world of Coca-Cola and becomes Pepsi Man later. That is canonical. That's my headcanon anyway. So yeah, so the reason this game is weird, why is this weird backwards hatted kid like flipping around and dashing and stuff? And the answer is this was built. I was supposed to mash to that cutscene. This was built in the Sonic Game Gear engine by Sonic Team. Well, Coke is better than Pepsi just objectively. So there, and I'm not taking any opinions on this. So this was built in-house by Sonic Team in the Sonic Game Gear engine. So this is just a Sonic game. And if you look at what's happening, it makes a lot of sense. His little dash there is just a spin dash, and all of like sound effects are the same and everything. I'm a Dr. Pepper person. Kajink and I both. We're both Team Dr. Pepper. Also, this game just rules. So there's 5 worlds. Every world has 3 levels, 2 levels, and a boss. That first boss is the easiest boss in the history of the world. I figured out that strat immediately. And oh well, that's time loss. What an unfortunate event. So you want to get up on that platform so you don't have to go up those stairs, because stairs are like the only thing you can't really like walking upstairs and jumping upstairs are the same. You can't run or charge upstairs, so you want to avoid going upstairs whenever you can. Mr. Pibb game I would play a Mr. Pibb game for the Atari Lynx, legitimately. My love of weird handhelds is not limited to the Game Gear. I own an Atari Lynx. I own a Neo Geo Pocket Color. I own all those consoles. They're all kind of cool, actually, in their own way. So this guy's throwing breadsticks at us, and now he's dead. So there's no RNG in the first 2 worlds. Now we're actually going to get some RNG here. Oh yeah, there's this screen. You can buy continues and extra lives and extra hit points and stuff. Actually, it's a continues, extra hit points, and then a Coke disc, which is like some sort of projectile that's entirely useless. This is the first truly difficult level of the game. I take a much safer route than the world record route, because the world record route is horrendous, and I never want to do it, ever. I spent a good amount of time learning it, so I know how to do it, and my PB has it. But I hate it, so I don't want to do it. If that helps at all. Let's go here, actually. This is going to be slow, but my goal is to not die. So yeah, I found this game when I bought... So I'm playing this on a Mega SG. So analog. Shout out to analog. Both my runs were analog runs. And yeah, so Callum has a ridiculous time in this game. So I was gonna sort of get there, but I bought a Mega SG with a Game Gear adapter. So when I got that Game Gear adapter, I celebrated by going through my Game Gear EverDrive and kind of just trying games out. And this was a game that was found. And one of my friends was like, "You need to run this. You understand that you need to run this, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And so I routed it out. Sort of. There wasn't any real time on the board. There was a speedrun board that was created by my friend Shentok, but the only 2 runs on the board were like blind playthroughs. They were like 40 minutes long. And so I routed the game sort of vaguely. I got like a 13-minute time, and then a speedrunner by the name of Callum Ball, who should be fairly well known in here because he's a really good Bucky O'Hare runner. He came in and got a 9:59 and bailed. And no one's gotten anywhere close to that time. My PB is like 11:30 something, and my sum of best is a 10:20 something. So this is the first huge source of RNG in the run. This is the Turtle Man. This guy can go back and forth between 1 and 4 times. So you want him to go back and forth the fewest number of times possible. And every boss takes 4 hits. I don't know if that was clear. So that was 3 out of 4. So I got a 2 and a 3. So this is sort of middling RNG right now. That was a 1. That was good RNG. Maybe another 1 here. Oh yeah, that's good RNG. Look at that. Heck yeah, brother. And yeah, so this game's actually super good. I would, and you know the world record's on emulator. So yeah, so this is like super emulator friendly. I would love more people to run this and to find more stuff because this game is really cool. And it's really flashy looking. I don't play a lot of games like this that are like really flashy and fun looking. Most of my games look like Barbie, so this game is not a lot like that at all. So we're just zooming through here. We're in the, I don't know why we're in some sort of steel plant, I guess. Steel factory, I think it's called. This is like the first genuinely scary part of the run. You can lose a lot of time here if you do this wrong. So this is everything's a little more maze-like. You got these, so you got, oh. You don't want that to happen. Oh, you don't want to fall. See, that's the thing. The one thing I wanted to avoid just happened. Just you don't want to fall. So we'll just take it easy here. Oh, no, don't go the wrong way. Hey, Coki, work with me here. There we go. All right. Okay. Do I die here, or do I just keep going? I got this here. Okay. So we're going to do this. And then up. See, everything's fine. See? Backup strats. I think this is what happened to me at GDQ also. Use this to save RP. I said it eventually. No, I mean, little do people know, I have, how many speedruns do I have on speedrun.com? Like 50 games or so? Something in that general vicinity. Yeah, this is, the layout of this looks, so Sonic Chaos, this is a reskin of a Sonic game, essentially. It was made specifically, it wasn't like a full reskin, but they took a lot of stuff from Sonic. So anything that Sonic runners recognize from Sonic games are absolutely just directly lifted from Sonic games. So I stayed up high on the part that was important to stay high on, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, so I've run like, oh, I fell on both. That's just horrendous. That's my fault though. I shouldn't have fallen there. I should not have pressed. I'm gonna die. That's fine. I should not have pressed right there. I'm a big Egyptian dude who runs Barbie games. That is accurate. Yeah, but of all the games I run, like, of the 50-ish games that I run, I think only, like, 8 of them are Barbie games, and one of them is Barbie Groovy Games, which is not real, because I just played Tic-Tac-Toe for 40 seconds once, and that's a speed run. Cool Tune is a game I run. Had I thought to actually submit stuff to this marathon ahead of time, I would have submitted Cool Tune, because I didn't know Dave knew Cool Tune, but Cool Tune is a Dreamcast game. So this is what was supposed to happen that first time. It's a cool rhythm game for the Dreamcast, and it has an analog on the Neo Geo Pocket Color called Cool Jam, which I'm gonna learn. It's an RPG. Cool game. But yeah, maybe some other time we'll play Cool Tune together. This is bad RNG. So yeah, so this is a smaller source of RNG. It's not nearly as bad as the turtle boss, but that beginning can have one of three patterns, and that was the worst of the three patterns. So it can do this pattern that we're seeing here, where I can hit him, or he can jump right at me and I can hit him. And then that one that you saw is the only one where I can't hit him, so I have to wait a whole extra cycle. I'm not actually at my normal setup right now, so I would have had to bring my Dreamcast with me. Jenny LeClue, that's another game I run, but that's a 6-hour game. Oh, don't get hit. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna die. No, we're fine. Don't die. Everything's fine. We beat him. We beat him. This is usually the part where hey Kozik. This is usually the part where I ask people why, because there's not a whole lot to talk about, but is why is Coke better than Pepsi? And the answer is that it just tastes better. So this is the disco. This is the final world. There's these guys with jetpacks and bartenders that hurt you, and then you have to not fall into this hole that I just fell into. Don't get hit by that thing. These disco balls that hurt you. Okay, we got past it. Everything's fine. We're just gonna go straight here. So yeah, this is a pretty hard area to navigate, actually. Don't die. We're gonna try this again. Alright, we made it. Everything's fine. Don't get hit. What? No. Some crazy stuff happening right now. That's what I wanted to do the whole time. Don't get hit again. No. Jump, please. So the only real challenge here is that every so often a dash will actually eat your jump input, and then you don't jump when you're supposed to jump. But it's not a big deal. It's a pretty simple game. The only difficulty with the disco level is just routing your way through. It's easy to get lost in the disco. There's 2 levels left. There's this one, then there's the final boss. So you're supposed to go down this way. I'm going to take the slightly safer route. So this is the safer route. So this is going to go down here. So you can go all the way down to start with, but it's a much riskier route. And it only saves I think 2 seconds or something. So the whole thing is you need to go up. If you don't go up and to the left here, then there's an alternate route to get to the end of the level, but it's much longer, and it's like the quote-unquote intended route, but it's much longer and a lot more scary. Oh! Everything's fine. Jump, you cokehead. All right, we're fine. All right, so we're gonna fall down here, and then there's this. This is an intended route, so there's just a hole. There's a hole right there that you just break out of. We're at the end of the level. Magic. Ta-da! What if you said RC Cola tastes better than Coke and Pepsi? I mean, you're allowed to be wrong. I think that's fair. So here's the final boss. This is the end of the game. So time is going to be when I hit this lady 4 times. So there's 3 different things she can do here. This is the second best. So the best RNG is if she falls and does the fan attack, because you can hit her before her fans even spawn. Like that. If you miss her and her fans do spawn, then you lose a lot of time because the fans lag the entire screen. You have to wait for them to all despawn. And then the one that you saw, the one where she goes in the corner, is the second best RNG. Okay, so next hit is time. That's time. And that's the end of the game. And you didn't see the worst attack, so there you go. That's it. That's the whole game. And that's the lady. That's the lady, and now we're going to. So, if I were to describe what happens in this cutscene at the end of the game, I would say that Koki is slowly suffocating in a area. He's suffocating in her bosom area. It's her teacher. It's his teacher. And now he's just slowly passing out because of her bosom area. And this Coke is delicious. I don't actually drink soda very much anymore, so every time I get to Every time I get to drink Coke, it's always a pleasure for me. So yeah, that was Coca-Cola Kid for the Game Gear. Cool game, pretty accessible. Sonic runners will like it. So yeah, reach out to me or to Gruntmeister or to Callum. Jangle Storm also ran this, so shout out to those guys. And yeah, that was great. We can buy some followers and primes. Hell yeah, awesome. We should click on that. So yeah, that was Coca-Cola Kid. Thanks to Dave for having me. I appreciate it. I'm happy to come in. This isn't a fun game to just dust off quickly and finishing. And yeah, that's it for me. Have a great rest of the marathon. This was good fun.